Welcome back, everybody. PK Scramble 2023 tournament. We are here today with Serra and lylovir as our two runners in the danger bracket. Round of 4. This is the first of the 4 we'll be having. Kind of rapid fire. We'll be having them Monday and Wednesday back to back. I'm joined here by Aurilliux. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I just got home.
All right.
I hope y'all are excited for this race.
You feel pretty tired?
Yeah, it was like a 2-hour drive.
Jeez, man. I hate commutes like that. I swore to myself I would never be there.
Well, usually it's not so bad, but traffic was extra bad. But that's
Definitely.
okay.
Yeah, you learn to deal with it, I'm sure. So we got Serra and lylovir here in the danger bracket. They will be competing for the spot of one person moving on ultimately at the end of the danger bracket, but the winner of this match will go on to face the loser of here we have Aurilliux here and Andy later on, which will be happening on Wednesday. And I believe we are starting. Yes, I see those timers going.
Yeah.
So we can take a second to talk about the flags. I actually don't. That was one thing I did not look at. Do you know them off the top of your head?
Oh, this is the generate seed. So.
Oh, food?
And equipment both, I believe.
That is actually going to be very interesting.
We're going to find out real quick here.
Happy?
I sure hope so. It's what I've been practicing anyway.
Interesting that we get happy with an early happy with the discussions of the backwards pencil skip. So that's kind of on the table now.
Yeah, I was just like, I skimmed that right before we started. So you can, if you skip the pokey fight earlier, there's a teleport you can do to get all the way around that trigger.
Yeah, I always figured there was. I didn't realize it was. I had never looked into it, but I didn't realize it was this egregious, I guess, because they were saying it was really tight. Serra was actually the one primarily looking into it, so maybe we will see her pull one off here if it comes into play.
It seems reasonable. What it was, you start off up and then up left, up left. That's no harder.
That sounds like a combo, huh?
It's no worse than what we do in glitchless.
Fair enough. Lilo beating up snakes. I didn't see what the bread roll chest was. Probably nothing exciting.
I missed the frame with the teleport.
Well, we'll get a second shot. I also looked away. Yeah, you blink sometimes, and that turbo will just steal it right from you.
A satyr band. Aw.
Okay. We don't know what those are. Four-side. So pretty kind of wide open right now. We got a lot of checks and four-side to go for. I actually didn't see where Serra chose to go to.
Back to want, I believe.
Want, yes. That's also a very valid choice, and typically what I choose to do in race percent no matter what, just because grabbing that library item is generally very, very good.
Literally free.
Very fast. Also, on generate equipment, the baseball kid hat is probably different as well, I believe. So
yogurt dispenser early. That's really tempting if you think you can do it.
Especially with four-side, so that already opens up a kid. Especially, but that does leave the option of how early on in logic it is. PSI caramel outside.
Yeah, looks like Lilo was just fishing for items. Not going to do the arcade.
Sorry.
A rattler. Yeah, we got snake bats. Let's go.
Yep. That is a beefy Yes Man Jr. 66 damage to Lilo. Got away.
No man Jr.
That very impressive. Got away from that. Would have maybe seen.
That had to be lucky, no matter what.
Yeah, for real. Serra also checking the same area, might get punished a bit by these sharks as well.
Oh no, the recipe for PSI taffy. Sarah's gonna go right for it.
Yeah,
that's scary.
This is also a Yes Man Jr., so yep. She will now know. 93. Yeah, these guys are not messing around. She managed to get the heal off, so we'll see if she gets the runaway as well. Oh wait, can you run away from this one?
I was just thinking that. I think so.
Okay,
Oh,
wow.
there you go.
EIL. All right, we see happy visit for Lilo. Lilo checking the cultist HQ.
Fishing for items. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. And if you find an HP sucker in the front door, I would dig a little deeper.
It's true. You don't know how high scaled this is, so. A Mugi, whatever the heck that is. I think that's like a.
That's an armor for poo.
For poo.
Bam!
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I've been out of my scramble practice too much, so I haven't seen a scrambled seed like this in a while, or a generated seed like this in a while.
It's certainly a name.
Mugi.
Mugi. Oh, they won't buy the ATM card. A shame. Oh, that sold for $800 though.
That's pretty nice. The thing I always noticed, Serra gets jumped by the early cultist. They are dealing no damage to her, though. We'll see what Shack Kid has. Maybe they'll have the lucky, police badge.
And they have a lot of bills. So that's another actually pretty tempting way to go.
Oh, did they get, was that, wait, Wada Bills was off of?
Meteorite, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So 2 kid check. Not completely open, but fairly open.
True, got to get past cops, but you have to expect that one of these is, well, you do have the entirety of Foresight now to get through, so one of these could also, the interesting thing about this seed is now that the start of the logic could be a lot of different places. Not arcade, we know not arcade.
Not arcade is about the only thing we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Although those cultists were pretty easy, I could see logics thinking that you should have just done Lilliput super early.
True. That does happen sometimes where they'll just throw the sanctuary as the early logic spot. And then everything else is kind of shifted up because of it. So if you're someone who likes to skip sanctuaries early, then you'll be dealing with a lot of beefy stuff early on.
That's me. I like to do that.
That's a lot of people. I mean, it's a completely fair strategy, especially something like Lilliput. When things aren't going to be running from you, that's annoying.
Lilo's going for it. These robot skips are pretty easy with just one kid, so really I don't expect either runner to get caught here. But that does mean you don't have a vibe check before this boss.
True, we will see what it is and how rough he is for... Ooh, Mani. Lilo going in with really low HP too. That was a pretty fat hit.
Yeah, ooh, and a smash. That's unlucky, but I don't know this would have worked anyway.
Yeah. That was about half of Lilo's HP pool, yeah. Lilo unfortunately taking the Nest House walk back as well. Hog nose, man.
Hog nose, get that out of here.
Oh, do people still check the defenses in this? I mean, the descriptions in this? I mean...
Lilo's checking them. I mean, I wing it 100%.
Right?
I literally read an item, assume what it does, and then just find out if I'm wrong.
I kind of just assumed the whole point, because that's why Tomar put in the ones that are like read you a novel when you read them.
They're not too bad with Turbo.
Right, but still. I just, you know, you just got to pick the one that makes the number go up, you know?
I like trying to read the descriptors and deciding which one's better. Like Hognose and Rattler. Hognose, get out of here.
Yeah, you already know. Oh man, we got both statues up front in the seed. This is either going to be very bad or very good for Lilo.
Serra also, for those maybe not watching super closely, also did not make it through the yogurt dispenser check, so it looks like Sarah's going to try Moonside.
I honestly didn't even watch because I pretty much just wrote that off. at this level. It would have been very impressive.
Cops will be a little close, but if Ness's Nightmare is not too rough, it might be doable. This will be close.
If Lilo can save Rockins for it, perhaps, but he looks like he's gonna just only have life ups as his main source of healing, so.
I mean, he is getting levels off of Cops.
That is true.
Oh, would you look at the time?
That is gonna be rough to get around. Yep, those guys are fast. Alright, alright. Oh, nice smash from Ness. Gonna have to get a nice cheeky life up here. Rockin's gonna. Oh, it was 11 damage exactly. Ness's Nightmare. What a guy.
That's a painful death to take, but it's definitely doable. I'm curious if Lilo's going to go right back to it or choose something else.
Well, our options are kind of drawing to a close. Serra, I guess, took the death to the clock. I wasn't looking, which is very unfortunate. This is kind of a rough early start for the seed.
Just trying to divine where you're supposed to go to start.
Right.
That's the hardest part always.
Exactly. I despise seeds like this. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is a seed. If I was playing by myself, I would just roll a new one.
Yes, Tolmar did add a teleport for Happy.
Especially if you're looking down the barrel of Mani Mani and Ness's Nightmare, and Lord knows what's. I mean, no one's even dared to check Mole Cave.
Mole Cave is always least preferred. And
right, exactly. It's so long.
I'm wondering if the expected opening logic was like Lilliput, Mole Cave.
That would be so brutal. Okay, Serra seems a little better equipped for this Cops. That one did 1 damage to her, so.
And I still think Lilo could have gotten through it.
With a little better luck, yeah, because he got the smash off, which was always good.
So I think Serra will do it here.
Yeah, these Cops are nothing to her, and she's going to be going into Nessa's Nightmare with a lot of psychic points.
And that really might make the difference. Maybe that's part of the logic here, too. If a kid check was expected to be early, and that's why everybody really is... feels so scaled up.
Yeah, true. Is that something they account for? Is they... like, if you get a kid, then the next parts of the logic are...
can have more hit points or more resources.
Interesting.
It used to be scaled like too hard in that direction. Like you'd get your second kid would be Jeff, and he'd have no gear, and then everything would have a ton of hit points.
Bottle vendors anywhere, or you're not in that like part of the world, basically.
Ooh, it's definitely an item.
Got it down, so we'll see. Well, there's no item off of this, but this is the opening of the 2-sit now, so definitely huge for our runners who already have the wad of bills. So we'll see a kid potentially. There's some dud options, of course. Well, 1 dud option. I'll take Flying Man any day.
Laser.
Lila going for the Moonside Tech Skip. So we'll get to see the Moonside Guardian here. Lilo did not get ganked by clocks here.
I missed it. Did Lilo get psychic points back? I think he was sitting at like 5.
He slept at the hotel. So.
Okay, good. Then I think he's got a shot.
This is small. It must be an ant or something, or a mini barf. Yeah, I think it's mini barf. Solid pink there. So definitely not the best fight you want to see with solo Ness.
Oh, and it really inflicts nausea. This is...
yeah, that's going to be high up.
Yeah.
I think we kind of knew it was a little lethal from the clocks, and I mean, Lilo had to knew it wasn't like early in logic from the pump. He fought the pump, so... and it didn't go down easy.
Yeah. For those not aware, nausea gives you the same miss chance as crying. So trying to bash it out while you're nauseous, it's not gonna happen.
And normally in vanilla, mini barf will hit with the crying one, but in Scramble, the higher scaling bosses have upgraded their crying moves into nausea moves because it's
Excuse
essentially
me.
the worst crying.
Sarah picking the shawarma out of Apple Kid's garbage and handing it to him.
Well, I mean, Apple Kid, why are you asking for food, man? Like, you threw away a perfectly good shawarma. I don't understand him.
Oh, there's a call. I completely forgot about this.
Department store? Yeah, I
Yeah,
normally
maybe
do as
department
well.
stores early in logic.
That is often, but it doesn't seem to be the case this time.
No.
And unless these go down here, and actually, even if both of them would have died to that, have to deal with the unfortunateness of Earthbound mechanics of Ness does not get to live between enemies dying, even at 0 HP. All right, we'll see Serra going to 3. Lilo having a lot of visits to mom, unfortunately.
It boils down to you got to find a way to break the seed open.
That's true, absolutely, and it's definitely a rough one. Bus.
And this is yeah, I struggle with this as a runner. The classic Ari dying for 5 minutes at the start of every seed strategy. Not the best, but it's worked out so far. I really struggle with knowing when to back off from trying to make progress and just like going to grind.
Oh, I do that too. I'm so bad about that. I know exactly what you're talking about because it's so frustrating. You don't want to have to go grind, right? Because there are definitely seeds where you don't have to. So no one wants to accept that they have to kind of like do that in order to. That's why the early sanctuary visits are kind of like the ones that are kind of like, everything's scaled up, and the sanctuary was first.
I
Not to
missed
mention
whatever was in this golden mine.
Oh, did he talk to
The
it?
mole's cave. That's what we were calling it. That's right.
Zombie paper. So that could be on the table. Because it's always between zombie paper or... Well, now that... it's been a long time since I've played, so I actually haven't played since the new victory conditions have been out. So that's... so it's technically not on the table, but... we will see what happens.
It's pretty significant, actually. Because that gives us access all the way to Saturn Valley, and we have the jar of fly honey,
Sure.
which also
And we already
needs
have
a
3.
sank.
Oh, did we get fly honey? Must have been...
Yeah. That was Apple Kit, I think?
I'm good at paying attention to these things, clearly. Usually I have a nice, shiny thing that lights up in front of me.
Well, I always got the teddy bear. That you could probably do any of these things now.
Yeah, for real.
A moo axe.
They're doing some selling, clearing up that inventory a bit. Toy laser going bye-bye. Those are selling for a lot.
Lilliput was first.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Definitely. It makes sense. I mean, it was one of the first teleports you got, and they didn't give you the pencil eraser or the Franklin badge, so... You see Sarah going to the hotel here for a save. Luckily, everything here is pretty easy to dodge. Oop, gonna fight this bat here. It's in the way.
Yeah, it's fine. Not a big deal.
They're fighting Everjet, I believe, was Plague Rat right now.
You'll see how this is. This looks rough.
This is hurting. Yeah, 200 damage. That's up.
Paula
there,
might be able to pull it out though.
Although that was the mortal hit, or that was the crit hit, I guess. From Plague Rat.
Yeah, just hitting the reset. Not gonna bother. That's
What's
fair.
PK Scramble? PK Scramble is what we're playing right now.
PK Scramble, it's a randomizer of Earthbound. It shuffles around all of the key items in the game and then kind of shuffles up the order in which you're supposed to do things, but the end goal is basically still to get to Gygus and go punch him in the face.
Yep.
In our race percent, you also have two other options. You can go punch Gygus after you get 4 sanctuaries and can't get to Gygus, meaning you can get to Saturn Valley and you have a meteorite piece to fix the phase distorter. You can also do 5 sanctuaries. You can then teleport to Magicant, clear that, you win. Or you can just clear 6 sanctuaries and you win.
You win on the spot.
And you can check it out yourself at pkscramble.com.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, honestly. Definitely one of my more enjoyable casual randomizer experiences.
And that's a very good point, too. You don't just have to run it as fast as you can. There's plenty of enjoyment to be had by just playing it through at your own pace. Some of the NPCs even have, like, different dialogue, for example.
Yeah.
Kind of
lots of flavor text.
Little Easter eggs and stuff.
All right, so we see Lilo has 1 sanctuary now, picked up that early Lilliput. Serra coming back for the yogurt dispenser check. With Paula in tow, this will probably be a little easier now. Mani.
Yeah, this cop fight should be no problem this time around.
Yeah, should see 2 statues go down here. Oh, well, that was very fast. Paula was the ticket. Perhaps the yogurt dispenser was a lot earlier in logic than we thought.
Geez, Billy, 2 bears. And key to the cabin.
All right, so we do get Pooh now. That is always nice. Pooh does come with a key item as well, so that will open up the supposed next route of logic. We do know what is in mines. It is zombie paper. So no checks off that directly until we get meteorite, but and we would assume that Moonside and Sharks are still not quite up in logic. Moonside would probably show up before the Sharks, I would assume, but
yeah, but I think with the 3 kids, and especially my favorite 3 kids, I think pretty much most of the seed that we can currently see is doable.
Yeah, that's true. We might see some out of logic plays and some seed getting blown open here in a bit.
Plus, Pooh's got the Moo Axe and the Moogie.
Yeah.
Like, he can't go wrong.
He is equipped. Ooh, Lilo trying to take out Nessa's Nightmare here really low. Goes first, but heals Nightmare instead.
Oh, no. Oh.
That's rough. That's definitely not what you want to see. Come on, Ness. We needed you to do one thing, and it was heal yourself. You even got the outspeed, man. They're picking up that sanctuary now.
Yeah, looks like Lilo's going to try it again.
I'm not sure what more options he has right now. I mean, he's already done Lilliput. He kind of needs to do something to open up the seat a bit here, because he needs a kid, really, to...
And everything else. I don't know if we actually did a vibe check on the mines, but...
No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone actually dipped in. I'm not sure we saw anything on desert either, like any encounters.
But yeah, if I was in lylovir's shoes, I think I would just go for broke. I will get through this fight eventually, no matter how many tries it takes.
Vibe check is like kind of going in and feeling out where the level might be in logic. So kind of just trying to see, getting information on if it's early or late in logic based on how hard the enemies are hitting and how much damage you do to them.
Yeah, depending on the seed, you may not have very many options available to you, so it's obvious what the next thing is. Other
Right.
seeds like this one, you'll have all kinds of checks open at the start, and you don't know which one to start with. And
Right.
if you choose wrong, you get murdered.
So it's good to sometimes set a save up early, walk into mines. Sometimes you'll get slapped around, but hey, at least you have the information of this is about hitting at this level.
And JSR is absolutely correct. If it's your first time doing PK Scramble, doing the 8 sank full seed is probably the way to go, because you'll see most of the content for PK Scramble. You'll get to see most of the checks at least once. You'll get a feel for how things work, and you'll get a feel for whether or not you enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Playing through all the sanctuaries is definitely a good way to do it, because you will experience a lot. And then I do like doing propping up the weeklies as well. They're also a good way to kind of dip your toes into the different crazy flag sets out there. So give those a shot too. I'm gonna see Serra try sharks again now.
Yeah, it should be no problem at this point. Was that a corn bone? Did it drop a corn bone? Tolmar.
What does that mean?
The corn bone? You know what the corn bone is?
No, actually.
It's all right. It's better than the banana teeth.
I'll look it up later.
Well, when you eat corn,
Yeah,
and you
okay.
got the bone that's left over.
Is that what that's called? Today I learned, I guess.
Lilo with just 3 letters for his meme. That's fair.
Lilo trying to go a little quick. I can respect it. Serra taking out the first one, number 3 mole for the Frankie spot, and now Master Belch. Both pretty easy to take out with our freeze generators here, so honestly a good boss lineup for the 2 kids we have. And so if you are familiar with other Earthbound randomizers, namely Ancient Cave, you will know that Ancient Cave does a lot of boss resistance randomization and stuff like that. Which is also a setting you can do in Scramble, I believe, but generally they keep it vanilla, so a lot of Earthbound knowledge goes a long way in doing well at the randomizer. Knowing what is weak to what is susceptible to brain shock and paralyze, stuff like that.
Those are all very helpful, but when in doubt, just use freeze.
True. I mean, I think that is the Earthbound way, right?
So strong.
Everyone had that experience, like, wow, this does, like, way more damage than Ness ever did when you get Paula for the first time. I didn't quite catch what Perkle had, if you did.
Nuts.
Yep. High five to commentators. Chat will bail us out as usual.
Yeah, Serra will go do something and I'll be like, why is Serra going that? Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that was been Perkle, yeah.
One of those guys.
Lilo grabbing Apple Kid, which was the Fly Honey, yep.
Got some catching up to do.
Getting our first exit mice of the run. Very nice to have in PK Scramble. Speeds up dungeons quite a bit.
See, Tolmar's on it, because that's what I was there, and I was trying to decide how I'm supposed to pronounce it, and then I gave up.
Fudikake, I guess?
No idea.
Alright, I'm guessing it was banana.
Right?
I'm gonna assume it was banana on Perkle. Because Serra's here. We did the thing where we watched where Serra went.
I think that was on Pooh.
Oh, well, dang it.
Furikake?
Fudikake.
Furikake?
Yeah, close enough.
Rice seasoning.
Oh, nice. Sarah gets a filet mignon. Very tasty. Nice. Reads the whole thing for it.
Filet mignon only gives you 70 HP.
And it kind of
Sheesh.
robs. Yeah, people are throwing away some nice food items today.
You're right. Filet mignon. There we go. There's my pronunciation level. Where's the croissant?
The croissant, boy. Lilo on his way to 3 now to pick up the. Was 3 the no? That was Paula was in 3. Teddy Bear was yogurt dispenser.
Teddy Bear was yogurt dispenser, but it had the key to the cabin.
Exactly. So basically, had poo. So probably will still be needed. We do not have a Dalam teleport, so no more use for poo as of that far yet.
In the words of the great Skateman 222, it's pronounced croissant.
I'm learning a lot today. Nice life noodles.
Shawarma's only 25. I guess it's probably not that healthy for you. I guess that's fair.
True. I don't know what kind of logic there is for. I don't know if there was any like actual logic towards which foods are better. Omar can probably answer that.
Early versus later. I don't know.
Yeah, if there's like bougie food options that sound better. All right, Guardian General was our Guardian for Magnet Hill, and we do have a key item check on here, which is probably why Serra came. 2 sanctuaries as well, though, for her. Tiny Ruby.
Oh, it's just a little ruby.
No Summer's access yet, though, so still kind of on the table of where to go next. We're between really Moonside. Did she clear Everdread? The rat? I think she died to Plague Rat, right?
Hit reset.
Okay, well, yes, fair enough. So really, I mean, honestly, Moonside didn't seem terribly far ahead in logic, so that might actually be the next step here. Trying to really think if there is anywhere else to go besides that.
Or Everdread.
Everdread, but Everdread seemed really nasty, but that might have just been inflated by rat hitting crits.
Oh, let's
we're
see.
seeing the Hitman.
Mines are next.
So the Hitman wants us to go to. Oh, we do have fly
Sarah
honey.
says no.
We do have fly honey, so that's true, because that does open up the Saturn coffee, which would probably be the next step of logic.
Oh, Lilo's gonna fight the rat.
See how this goes. Lilo does not have the benefit of poo on his team right now, so.
Oh, he's got the bear.
That's
and
true.
It interacts
That's
with
true.
poisonous fangs.
Doesn't he have 2 bears? Or no, he hasn't been to Yogurt.
Well, the bear
yet.
doesn't get affected by poisonous fangs, so Plague Rat's gonna waste 3/4 of his turn. So even if he's really beefy, he might still get it.
Well, Paulo's only got so many psychic points, so we'll see. We'll see how far up this guy is. This would be a very nice amount of experience for Lilo if he gets it here. And Paula will definitely want as much as she can get for Gygas runs. Ooh. We'll see if he has any psychic point items.
Yeah, got that taffy. That's 20 points.
That's something. 2 more freezes. I mean, that's not... Ooh. Nest takes the hit.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Hey, someone's got to feed Paula.
2 more freezes, I believe.
Hey, okay, there it is. Nice, nice. That's got to be a lot of... it was like 3,000. Decent amount.
Yeah, all right. So we got a little divergence now.
Yeah, we'll see what this gives, because obviously now that we know that Rat is out of logic... Well, I don't know how far out of logic. It might still be in logic, like 4 Sanks, but we'll see.
It may open up an easy Sank to Lilo that Sarah doesn't get. Let's
True,
see.
but you have to consider that Sank is probably like... Could be 4, 5, or 6 or something. Lilo checking the vendors first.
He's got that Viper bat.
Yep. Checking all the options. Only got 2K to work with here.
That was
Sarah. Made it out of Moonside, so we'll see what item that drops as well. Moonside obviously seemed a little lower than Logic than that rat, so...
Hawkeye.
Okay, Serra, if can get a Dalam teleport, that is a carrot key right there. However, no access to Dalam yet. Otherwise, Serra has 3 Sanctuary access versus Lilo's 2. Well, Lilo knows of 3 at least. Because... Actually, I don't remember who went and checked zombie paper. I think it was Lilo.
I think it was Lilo.
Serra's going there now.
Serra has done more things to him, but Lilo's going to have more gear, so
I would
guess
agree
we'll
with
see
that.
how it plays out.
Lilo killed the rat and will have more money because of it, and has access to the high. I mean, these should be pretty good items because they're expensive, and they're making the boxes flash, which is always good.
Pixie bracelet. I bet that's okay. Oh, the bandana's awesome. It's like an OK pendant.
Oh, really? Okay, nice. That'll be very, very good. Might have to come back for more. Did Lilo check the Everdread item?
It was Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. Whew, well, that's without Summer's access at all, even that is an item. Oh no, wait, what am I saying? We need Deep Darkness. Other way around.
It would certainly be a surprise if it gets used.
That's for sure. Because you have to, you do have to expect Deep Darkness again will be past whatever that rat was in Logic, so gonna be some beefy enemies there. The Shawarmas are getting tossed.
Yep, they're back. So yeah, mines was very early in Logic as well. Maybe this really was what I joked about. Open with Lilliput and then go to the mines.
Spot on. That'll be it. We can check after the seed. I mean, that'll be hilarious.
I'm just thinking of the thing I'd least like to see.
Well, that's good. I mean, Shroom is never fun to deal with, and the fact that it's very weak here in mines is very welcome. Finally doing... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Lilo's getting the robot dodges still with 3 kids. That's not easy.
Yeah. Both our runners have been practicing quite a bit. I know they've been on that grind, so they're gonna put up quite a show here.
What was mine's item? That is a good question.
It is a zombie paper.
Oh, that's right.
Bazooka! We don't have that kid, though. It's not very nice, game.
Leviathan brace. Dropped! Oh, my goodness.
I mean, yeah, there's probably a good chance it's pretty low.
I mean, logically, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
But look at that name. That was the best item in this whole seed.
Yeah. And these seeds you play for style, not for stats. Laser, oh my.
The bats are all named after snakes. They may or may not be venomous. We had the hognose, the adder, and a viper. I think that's all we've seen so far.
I believe so. We'll see if we see any more. Sarah's close to... Serra needs one more sanctuary access. Well, technically both of them do, because I believe both of them have the knowledge of 3 open sanctuaries. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you skip this on the way out, you definitely have to do it on the way back in if you want to come back for poo. It's one thing to skip this on the way to the pencil. I don't think you're gonna do it to get back into the cabin.
I'm not sure. If you were right on top of the door and next frame you went in, I'm not sure if you'd get caught.
You think so? There is actually, yeah, you think so? Because I think there is a little bit of area there. But you'd have to turn pretty well, right?
Oh yeah. Actually, oh yeah, it would be tough.
Yeah. Nice, Sarah getting the photo skip here. And zombie paper. And right to 3.
I'm gonna use that zombie paper, I assume.
seems to be the because Sarah's already cleared Moonside. Doesn't seem to want to really mess with Everdread Rat. So I believe Paper is our only opening, and Fly Honey for Saturn Coffee.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not knowing that Rat has the Hawkeye, I probably would have tried it myself and then been sad. Mostly because I hate doing this walk. Having to actually use the zombie paper, awful.
Yeah, it is. It does take a long time. You do secretly always hope to get the Saturn Valley teleport. Nobody wants to ever have to, because you have to do this. You have to fight the boss. You got to walk through 3 tunnel. It just feels bad. But sometimes you have no other option. It is not a secret. You're right. Nobody secretly hopes for it. We're outright about it.
All right, I don't imagine this walk will be too much. Well, okay, it can just be free as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Jeez, Billy, 2 Moo axes?
Who is going to be dual wielding? Uh-oh, not this screen. Oh, okay, well, spoke too soon.
Yep.
A little bit of a bonus of having permanent skip sandwich speed. All right, let's see what Mini Barf is. It is the other mole. Mondo Mole. The easier one, because you can paralyze them.
Poo dual wielding mod for Earthbound win.
Yeah, come on. Who is not allowed to dual wield?
Pool wield.
It is nice to have these seeds where Pooh actually gets equipment, because otherwise he's just left with his normal lineup of King's set.
Oh, I read Polestar bow, and I thought like bow as in shoots arrows, not bow as in ribbon.
That would make more sense to me, actually.
And then I was reading it, and I was like, oh, it gives resistances. Wait, what?
I guess that would be in line with like the slingshots, right? So I could totally see that where that logic would be. All right, Serra actually doing the play of going for Fly Honey instead of grabbing the Saturn Valley teleport first, which is probably safe.
I think Serra, and I think rightfully so, knows that this sanctuary is going to be required. So you may as well enter Saturn Valley from the top.
Right, it's always a gamble though if you are unsure about the danger level of, because you don't want to have to walk all the way back from Threed, right? So. But I think it's pretty much known at this point that this is early in the logic, just like Ari was predicting with the Fly Honey play. Or, I'm sorry, the mines into zombie paper play.
Whatever is the worst thing, the thing I would least want to do.
That was kind of bad, wasn't it?
Like short circuit it from like, all right, take a break before you go here. Go to Winters and do Stonehenge to come here.
Oh my
that would
God,
have been like
please.
10 out of 10.
Please, I'm glad that's not even like around here right now. All right, Electrospectre for the belt spot, hitting that teddy bear. Nice and easy. Yeah, not a very nice seed early on because it kind of went against what I would say what most runners would choose. I mean, we kind of saw it here. What most runners would choose to do first as their checks, and you know, none of those checks were the in logic check. See what Coffee has. I think that was Scaraba.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see that.
That's
maybe.
not very helpful, actually. So maybe Coffee was not the play. Interesting.
It does have items though, so if Serra gets to where Serra's ready for like going to Gygas might be worth a shopping trip.
Fair enough, fair enough. So still have to wonder, though, what would be the next step of logic, because if Saturn Coffee is not the answer, that means nothing on this side of the screen will lead us to any key items. So I'm actually, what else is on the table? Well, no, because Hawkeye, we don't have Deep Darkness. I feel like I'm missing something. There's something Serra has not checked.
Let's see.
No pencil. I know we have Happy Happy, but there's no pencil and no Franklin badge yet.
That the teleport is probably pretty impactful.
The teleport from
Star Master.
We can't get there without the meteorite piece, though, right?
I thought we have the meteorite piece.
Oh, when did we get that? Jeez.
Yeah, Nuss has it.
When did we get that? Jeez. All right, well, never mind.
The Perkle had it.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. I knew that would come back to bite me.
Clumsy's throwing grenades. I missed what Sankey said he was, but that's probably 4.
No, the zombie paper was mine's. And I'm pretty sure it was not library, because I'm pretty sure I saw that. I think it was Perkle, but... I always figured it out afterwards.
What is Lox? And why do I want it on a bagel?
Oh boy. I'm about to be very intrigued or very disgusted, probably.
I've never heard of this.
Smoked
salmon. Let's go. That sounds great.
Mmm. That sounds great, actually. Interesting on a bagel, though.
It's alright.
I mean, seems like a pretty suitable device for it, right?
I mean, I'll put ham on a bagel.
Yeah, I would too. Alright, so Serra defeating that clumsy robot sanctuary of Milky Way up to 3 now. So just hunting for that last sanctuary. Gonna go check meteorite, which we're probably gonna have to do anyways.
$926.
He's rich. Ness is a rich boy.
I forget you can check that thing from the back.
That is honestly new to me. So, well, this has to progress the logic. Okay, there it is. So that's the LOM. So that is going to open up go mode if Serra wants to. It does open the Gygas go mode.
It'll open up another teleport, but that teleport's out of the way. And you don't know where it's going to go. This really may be a Gygas seed.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue most seeds probably... Well, I guess that's not entirely true, because you could get a lot of really fast sanctuaries as the first 5. So there could actually be a seed that is definitely leaning towards like a Magicant play. Some sanctuaries just require a lot of... That's why 6 Sanctuary often doesn't show up. There are a lot of sanctuaries which are just take a lot of things to get to, and you don't often get 6 as quick as you would just going to get to Gygas. The Horseshoe Scarf. Oh, was there one on the tournament? Oh, okay. I would believe it actually.
Yes.
If they give you enough early sinks really fast, and if all of the logic kind of lines up for it, then yeah, I could totally believe it.
That was the 6th sank, and what 4 was open pretty early, but like Gygus was horrible compared to the stuff that was available.
True, that's also a factor that's a big consideration is if Gygus is that actually so has the new victory conditions changed the Gygus scaling at all? Is he like
I don't think so. It was more just I think there were no repels in that seed.
Oh yeah.
And nobody had like any gear.
Yeah, that would be hard then, definitely, because Cave of the Passes, unless you have generated enemies or something, Cave of the Pass is never something you want to deal with when it's vanilla.
I want brain food, Brecky.
Me too, actually. That sounds really good. Oh man, Serra is trapped.
Defense.
All right, we're gonna see Serra pick up Sanctuary number 4. It was the meteorite piece on Perkle, indeed. We got the lips in Pink Cloud here. One of my favorite Earthbound enemies. Oh no, Lilo. Run! No!
Classic.
Alright, who is our Sanctuary 4 boss? The nice thing is that our Sanctuaries have pretty much been in order, I believe. As far as I remember, I believe there were 1, 2, 3, 4 for Serra. At least I'm assuming this will be 4.
The ending text. I bet you didn't read any of this, did you?
I try not to. Titanic Ant.
He's actually kind of a jerk to find late.
I
But
agree.
the Antoids, I think, are scaled low. So, oh wait, no, they're different entries.
They're going for the dump it all on Ant and just try to get rid of it. Not worrying about the heals that these Antoids can only do life up, so while
Only
they can
doing
life up,
alphas. If they were doing betas, that
it would be a
turn
little
would
more
have been
scary.
undone.
Yeah, that would have been a little more scary, but get through it. Yeah, I find Ant is a little more obnoxious when it's generated enemies and he's got some pillars that are like really, really annoying spawns.
Oh no. The seed with the 2 caterpillars and Titanic.
Oh my
Ant.
gosh, yeah. I've had that before, or I've had like swooshes before have been really, really bad.
I think the guitars might be the worst choice.
That probably, I mean, I've never had that, but that probably sounds awful.
Just put you to sleep. You never even go.
Lilo seems to not be getting as empty of a 3 tunnel, but he still has all the levels from the rat kill.
Alright, I kind of expect Serra to just go to Gygus, honestly, with 5th Sank not immediately obvious, and the Gull coin they just found had a lot of resistances, so it was pretty solid. Going back one more time.
I would also say Gygus is the play here. You've got all 4 kids. You potentially you have 3 arms dealer, even though it is a generated equipment, so we don't necessarily know what bottle rockets might be, or if there even is a good equivalent to it. But we do have Pooh, and Pooh has been in the party for a while, so potentially, although he's only got 180 HP, I don't know when. I mean, he learns Brain Shock on the 20 ranges. I think it is randomized a little bit in Scramble, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's actually looked to see. I think it's more likely than not, but I don't know that it's a guarantee yet.
Definitely a nice thing to have in the back pocket going into Gygus. Brain Shock is... I regard Brain Shock very highly on Gygus. I think it has the potential to skip a lot of turns just beyond the safety it brings.
I saw that, Serra. The one cursor hesitation onto Cornbone before buying a Horn of Life.
Why is Cornbone back? This Mr. Saturn.
He knows.
You have all these.
He knows.
I know, right? He has all these other like high brow items, and then Cornbone for $11.
Pretty on brand for Mr. Saturn, to be quite honest.
True. All right, looks like Sarah's doing it. Cave of the Past, here we go. Oh, that's a lot of frappies. Wow. So the thing with generate food is that repels are also mixed up in the pool. So they do exist. They're just called weird stuff. And there's like 4 different families of repels or something like that. It's been a long time.
We saw a pickled repellent this seed.
Okay, so we have seen some. I don't know how many Serra has in the back pocket here for this Cave of the Past walk. You generally like to have at least 1 or 2, especially with vanilla enemies, all diamonds. So, okay, there was 1. And some of these screens are nicer than others, so you kind of can stretch out repels in the right spots. A gold fry pan.
I mean, if you use the equip item glitch, that corn bone could be a bat or a food. Why not both? It could be a hat.
Oh my lord!
The
Somebody
nice thing
saved
about
this
corn bone is that it can also be used as a hat.
Someone's gonna equip a corn bone on every single slot. Lilo on the way to Milky Well now. So Lilo should pretty much be on the same kind of path as Serra is right now. Just a little bit behind due to unfortunate deaths. But the seed did end up getting pretty railroaded there at the end, even though it opened up pretty huge. Because you only had the one way to go for the 4th sanctuary.
Yeah, Serra with a good walk.
Yeah, not the worst cave of the past. 1 encounter, I believe. So gonna do a little bit of healing. I don't know if they went shopping for Jeff at all. So, oh no, they have the bazooka for Jeff, I believe. So,
better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, better than nothing. I mean, I'll take a bazooka.
Especially, is that MBR still hanging around too, or do we use that?
Oh, so I guess the Jeff items aren't randomized in equipment. Maybe that only happens that must only happen in the spell randomizer, PSI randomizer, now that I remember.
Thunder and storm.
All right, that's kind of actually not the best. Although he does have dead turns, I guess, so.
But the Apple of Enlightenment did predict this.
Very nice, very nice. We forgot to ask for people to get their predictions in, so we're great commentators. That's
and
okay.
It was predicted anyway.
All right, that was nice and fast for Serra. No big damage. I think Paula was the one who took damage, unfortunately, but...
Yeah, now we're into how nice this gang is going to be. MBR, no hits.
Definitely a greedy throw, but... I guess what else are you going to do here on this phase?
Yeah, I don't know that Serra expected the freezes to do it.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, I guess that was from the one from last turn. I didn't realize that. I also would not have expected that. So I guess Serra does not have that bazooka. I saw it in Lilo's inventory, but
Jeff is
I did not
now,
see...
So.
Well, Jeff without that bazooka is kind of useless right now, so I think it's okay. And I definitely did not see it on the inventory when... Oh, this is actually not good for...
Yeah, this is rather murderous. We're not in real danger yet, but...
I didn't realize she did get a life up on Paula, so that's all right. Ooh, paralyzed for Pooh, but that's a little workable. Pooh can still use psychic powers. Oh. Here's the brain shock. At least his thunder is not doing a lot of damage. That's probably that bandana coming in here.
I think it just does the damage it's gonna do.
Really? You think? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a thunder
30s.
resist.
I thought
the
okay,
only...
or if it's equivalent to an okay pendant, doesn't okay do like a little bit of everything?
It does, but I don't think Thunder's one. I think Franklin Badge is your only
Ah,
option.
I did not know that actually. I just assumed Thunder was always one of them.
Tolmar's nice. He made a scaled down version of Thunder.
Yeah, right. I do know that much. Yeah, I do know that this Gygus is obviously a little easier than. You'll notice that this Gygus also does not use Flash, which is normally a move you very much deal with in vanilla. And if you do 8 sanctuaries, you will actually 8 sanctuaries with Gygus, you will run into the Gygus that is the vanilla Gygus. So.
Or nastier.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'm sorry.
He might get scaled up to Flash Omega. I'm not sure.
Really? Oh gosh, I did not realize that could even happen. You're right, Tolbar. I'm sorry. It is the scaled down version of Flash, but it's the less lethal one that will just not outright kill your kids, I believe. So that's why we don't normally run like the Night Pendant as over the OK Pendant, as far as I know.
Safer Flash Beta is usually enabled. It's enabled by default. So this is what I'd call the uneasy Gygus. You're not in like severe danger here, but like it could still go south if you were really unlucky.
That's true, but Pooh's alive. I believe we do have Brain Shock on it. I didn't actually see if she phase 3 Brain Shocked it. But we are sitting in phase 3 with both healers up, Paula with full HP. A lot of prayers down already.
2 consecutive freezes would still take out Paula, though. That's really the issue.
Yeah. And I don't believe she is buffering heals on Paula, so that's definitely could happen still. Okay, there's one. Okay, Pooh's down.
Fine.
Yeah, we are on prayer. That was the last one, right? Or
8.
Yeah, it was 8.
All right. And Serra's done. And I don't think lylovir is going to find a 5th Sank and Magicant in this amount of time.
Don't think so. That would be very impressive. But very much GG's to Serra. That was a rough seed, so definitely GG's to both runners for getting that one out there.
Yeah, definitely a nasty opening. But once you were into it, it was actually fairly quick.
Yeah, once it started railroading you into the, okay, here's the one sanctuary you can do, basically. Go to mines. Once you did everything that was hard, okay, now you just do mines. And then Belch's base. And then you're done.
I suppose really that is how it tends to go.
It can, yeah, sometimes. So it can get railroaded up on occasion. Depends on what teleports open up, because some places open up a lot more areas than others. All right, GG's to Serra. I don't see the timer stopped, but oh no, wait, it was right now.
There we go.
That's right. I think it's because I'm listening to her audio, so it's a few seconds ahead. All right, 102.24 for her. She will get to advance in the danger bracket to secure that one spot in the grand finals. Lilo, unfortunately, will take the second loss of the tournament and will be eliminated here. But Lilo had some really great runs. Won a lot of matches in the danger bracket to get here, so definitely put up a very good showing. Is at Cave of the Past right now, so
yeah, absolutely. Serra will go on to, let me read this chart poorly. Serra will go on to play me after I lose to Andy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Lilo started like pretty much at the start of this tournament almost.
Well, dang, yeah, that's impressive then. Because this stuff ain't easy to do. It's one of those, you know, very high skill ceiling things. Because it's a lot of information overload sometimes. Especially when I would take this seed for an example, when things just do not kind of line up how I would want them to, in terms of the checks I want to do. I'm not sure if Sarah wants to do comms on the race, but she's always more than happy to jump in if she wants. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
This seed was a seed.
Yeah, it's 5 butts.
It's one of the seeds of all time.
It's definitely very mean.
No, I forgot to actually watch the credits and see if it was what I called super early.
True. Maybe we'll see it on Lilo's here.
Well, there was the rat. It was level 46.
Welcome, Sarah. GG.
Hello, thank you.
GG.
That seed was butts.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that opening?
Where do you go? This is just
Right, exactly. That's what we're saying.
yeah.
Because you pretty much like you check everything, and then I'm pretty sure we were laughing because at one point you went to the hint man, and he was like, "Oh, Dusty Dune's mines," you know, and you were just like, "Nah, I'm going to Moonside."
It's what I would have done too.
Yeah. I just wanted to see like what was the actual next step. Still check Moonside though.
Yeah, that was kind of the big question the early game, because it's always rough when you get Foresight early. A lot of things open up, and then you know Sharks was no help. It was like smacking for 60 at level 1 or something like that.
Yeah. And I don't know how, but I messed up at the end. I thought I had all freeze protection on Paula, but she doesn't. It's only like level 2, I think.
Yeah, I think one of us commented on that, but it still worked out.
Yeah, level 2 is good enough, especially with Brain Shock.
Yeah, the Brain Shock really came in nice there.
Like the freeze attack doesn't even 2-shot her, so.
And
really safe.
I was curious. Did you not get the bazooka in Mole Cave, or did you put it on Jeff?
I don't think I found it. It's one of the.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the
I didn't check.
exit mouse chests. That's why I was thought that one was interesting.
Oh, I did open that.
I think so. It was. Maybe I'm wrong about it then.
Yeah. I don't know.
You had an MBR,
it.
I believe. So I mean, you were sitting pretty anyways.
Yeah, the MBR did nothing.
I know, because it went to second phase so fast.
Yeah, I was hoping that Jeff would outspeed both of them, but Pooh and Paula just took down phase 1 before he could do anything.
They were very beefy from being in your party the whole time. Jeff being the late addition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you pretty much took the same route. Lilo's on Gygas right now, 3rd phase. So both of you pretty much took the same route. I got railroaded pretty hard there as soon as you had to go to Zombie Paper and Belch's base. So, you know, not much you could do there.
Yeah, there were a few checks that I was thinking about doing to look for a 5th Zank, but nothing that I was sure about.
Most of the out of logic checks were pretty much nothing you could do. Like the Lilo actually managed to do the Plague Rat Everdread, so that was Hawkeye though, so no help there. And
I was thinking about that one.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. I think there was something else that was like there was like a tiny ruby somewhere. Oh, that was like the Magnet Hill. Yeah. So
I have no idea where.
I think it was Magnet Hill.
Yeah, there's Moo training as well, which can give something.
True, that would have been probably the next step, because like I was saying, it was getting pretty railroaded there.
Yeah. But yeah, I had the good freeze resistance and Brain Shock, so it's fine to go to Gygas here. Not scared at all.
I think Gygas was the play, I agree.
Yeah.
Always nice to have 4 kids going in. You had the MBR as well, so
Yeah,
might as well give it a shot.
it's
Looks
basically
like
the perfect
Lilo's
setup.
through Geigus.
Nice.
GG, GG,
Yeah, it was
Lilo.
pretty close. Pretty much the only thing that was separating was some unfortunate deaths, and it really just came down to who broke through that initial. I think it was pretty much whoever broke through Mani first, maybe. No, yeah, I can't remember. It was kind of like a weird opening.
Yeah, I went to get Paula first before I fought Mani.
That definitely put you ahead. Was
Yeah.
getting the kid early, yeah.
Because I remember it was really hard on my first attempt, and then I brought Paula in and just freeze beta one-shots it turn 1.
That's right. You getting through the
Yep.
cops was really helpful because I think Lilo also was trying
yeah,
the
it was
cops
cop.
for a while.
I think
but
Lilo
then
made 3 attempts.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, it was Nessa's nightmare. It was not the easiest
Yeah,
thing.
it's when I went in, I don't know if you saw, I like wiggled because I was like,
No, yeah, you see it, and
This
you're
is-
like, no.
like I was already dying everywhere, and now
I
it's
know,
Ness's
right?
night.
The scene was brutal.
Yeah,
Both you kind of experienced that. A lot of walks back to Nessa's house.
yeah.
All right, GG Lilo. Let's see. All right, if Lilo keeps it up here. Let's see if the logic said to go to Lilliput and then